If you're somebody, then you know what Club Mecca is.
That's right. Shout out to Club Mecca.
Yes, woo, Club Mecca.
Doing their thing.
But all you guys out there listening and tuned in, come join, see the festivities, and see how we get down in ballroom land.
All right. I hear you having some categories out there. I like the categories, but I want to let you pull some of them out there. What are some of your favorite categories that you're going to be presenting this Sunday?
Okay, well, I have a plethora of categories featuring women, butch queen, femme queen, trans men, butch queen, and drag. Now, what a butch queen and drag is a male who lives his life every day as a male, but at night, gets dressed up. For some of you people out there in Radio Land that might know some of the big top-of-the-line performers, right, being P.P. Ford, Tiana Love, Sheena Devine Hawkins, Noelle Leon, just so that you can get a clear view of what a butch queen and drag is.
Right.
Categories featuring those. But my main grand prize that I had that evening is away $1,000 for open to all European runway.
Work.
Now, what European runway is just like when you see Naomi Campbell and Kate Ball walk the runway, as opposed to the male models being Tyson Bedford. European runway is a little bit more fast in the hip, a little bit of attitude and stride with it. So I'm giving $1,000 for that because that is the category that I'm legendary in and known for.
Yes.
I'm calling it the Bloody Walk.
I love it.
Yes. And yes, I would like to elaborate a little bit on that point. So if people want to come through and show us what they got, it states, you have been invited to the sorry guys. You've been invited to the premiere of Bram Stoker's new movie entitled Frosted. What would you be wearing on the red carpet? Come date done, stamped out, with a devastating walk, bringing complete pandemonium to the runway. Oh, but don't forget, an over intro is required.
Work. Don't forget that over intro, ladies and gentlemen. That's tuning
you don't forget that. Because I'll be watching. I have $1,000.
That's right. When it's for the money, you got to come correct. Am I not?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's move on to the next. Let's get this little interview going on.
Okay.
First of all, I want to say thank you once again for joining us on the show. 347-709-0655 is the number to dial. EverydayPartyNetwork.com is the network to be on. Don't forget to look us up on Facebook. Follow us at The Morning Kiki Show. But let's get into this light interview. One more game. DJ, pump me another beat. Okay, Father Warren Milan. Everybody's been waiting for this. What are some of the original heads of the houses out today that are like hot on the scene right now?
Some of the original heads, you mean down here in Florida or nationwide?
Let's talk about, since we're here in Florida, let's talk about Florida real quick.
Okay, like I said, I came down here about 7 years ago. So I'm, relatively new. But I do know the history on how it started down here. Started with the icon JoJo Infinity, Mount Ebony.
Ooh, shout out to JoJo.
Shout out to JoJo. Woo! And the icon Angel Infinity, which is now the 007. And what a 007 is a free agent, meaning he's not in the house. So we call those 007s, like James Bond. Okay. But they started the crowd. They started the community. The ballroom scene down here, they bought it from up north, because I do believe that both of them are from up north.
Right.
So they bought it down here, along with Power Infinity.
Shout out to Power Infinity, mama.
The Power, beautiful person, inside and out.
Yes.
Yeah, they started this scene down here, and, as I think it's 19 years now, if I'm not mistaken. 19 years, going long and strong. And the scene down here is just evolving into this.
Yes, it is. I definitely agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's evolving everywhere. I'm
Yeah,
I'm actually ecstatic to see what's the outcome of all of this, because it's so great to know that, you know, we have our own thing, you know, that we can, you know, look forward into having for us in the future, you know, in the generations to come.
Look forward to seeing you in the building on Sunday.
That's right.
But yeah, so that's, you know, down here they started the scene. I don't know their complete vision, because I've never had a chance to sit down and ask that, which now being interviewed by you, it piques my, you know, intrigues me to know, you know, what their thought process was. But whatever it was, this scene down here should really thank those two individuals, being JoJo, Angel. They really should, because they brought something down here that was nationwide and gave an outlet for these kids in this community that we live in. And so big you know, props to JoJo and Angel for that.
Yes, that's right. Shout outs.
Shout out.
Loving it. When was this scene officially established down here in Florida?
And again?
When was it officially established?
Overall?
Yeah.
Or down here?
Down here in Florida.
Yeah, like I said, I believe it was 19 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, it was way before I got here, so, you know, I'm still, like I say, new to the scene down here. Even though I've been in the scene for 20 years, I've just been in the Florida ballroom scene for going on 8 years now.
Okay, so y'all heard that, 19 years, girls, because remember, we're going to have ballroom scene trivia, and I want y'all to win the prize. All right, but besides that, where were some of the grandfathers and the mothers of the house from back in the days? Like, what do you think they've been doing all this time behind the scene? Do you think they've been helping out with this innovation?
I would hope so. I know a lot of the great leaders that started out, you know, sad to say, a lot of them have passed on. You know, being the Pepper Ages, you know, and the Willie Ninjas, you know, those people.
Yes.
You know, with all Harris and Bernie, you know, that really got this whole mojo going. Yeah. So that's why I always say it's important that if this is anybody out there that's a father of any chapter of any house, planning on being a father, it's important to know your history and where ballroom came from and the vision, and to implement that into your children.
That's right.
It's not about winning a trophy. It's about the time, the effort that you put into that moment, and like I like to call the magic that you bring to the floor, while still being the craft behind it, and also respecting other houses. Just because I may be in Milan, that doesn't mean I can't show love and respect for the House of Ninja, or the House of 50, or the House of Ebony, so on and so on and so on. Like, we're all in this together, because the way that ballroom was created, it was created into houses for kids that were homosexual kids that were ostracized from their family. So their family got rid of them, didn't have nothing to do with them, so they all, you know, came together and got under these wings of people that they called mother or father.
Right.
Then it arrived.
You was there for each other.
Yeah.
Whether
then it arrived.
A mentor or that upper person.
Yeah, you know. So I tell the people, the parents, you know, take that title serious. If somebody calls you a mother or a father, you have to honor that and live up to that. You have to lead by example.
Right.
And then chastise them and throw them over your knee if you have to when they're wrong. You know, take that role. And kids out there, if you're listening, you know, you have to, if you call these people your parents, you have to respect them as well.
That's right.
You know, if you call them our father, you have to show them that same respect. Because, you know, it's not easy for us. They think that it's easy, or, you know, I'm not the type of father that just lives on, you know, oh, just because I'm Father Milan, that, you know, I could just sit on my throne and just, you know, worry about getting Father of the Year and all this kind of stuff. No, I actually have to know my kids as individuals, know how to deal with them as individuals and adults,
Yes.
And know when to be stern, but then know when to also show a softer side.
See, that's
Inside.
what I'm talking about. See, that's what I'm talking about. Sportsmanship, loyalty. That's the old school way. That's how we used to do it back in the day.
Yeah, they need to start bringing some of that back.
Yeah, it's time to revive and heal the ballroom scene. I definitely do agree with that. You know what? I got another question for you real quick. This might be a crazy one. If you had to pick one icon of all national houses, who do you think is the overseer of all the houses? Who deserves to be in charge of the girls?
Who do I think needs to be?
Yeah.
I don't think that me and and this can go on the record in Radio Land. Please pass the word to you that are listening. I don't believe that it should solely be one person in charge of this greater thing that we call ballroom nationally. Because too much power in one person's hand is like, Adolf Hitler.
Right.
So you don't need just one person. Each day, each year, this world keeps revolving. So one person in charge, you have people coming up, as I say, those leaders, they need to set the bar and set an example, and then realize I'm leading by example, so I'm teaching the generation that's coming after me. So no, I don't believe that one person should. And to me personally, I don't think that there's one person that is so
Great answer.
So King Joffrey.
Right.
No. That's not true.
How many balls must you compete to truly be considered a legend or legendary?
Well, they have this thing now where you have to walk balls for 10 years, get so many grand prizes, this, that, and the third.
Mm-hmm.
My thing about that is this. When I was coming up, you knew who a legend was. You respected the legend. You knew what that legend was legend for. When that person hit the floor, it was no title needed.
Okay.
At how many years they walked, it was about the moment, as I said earlier, it's the magic that you create. Those people, the Ajane, Stewarts, the Andres, Tony, Redlon, those people, I knew who they were. Tracy Africa, Danielle Redlon. I knew who they were. So that to me was legend in itself. Nowadays, like, things go on, seasons change, rules change. You're going to have to go with the roles, but now it's because there's so many new people involved with each year grows and grows. I guess new rules have to be implemented, put into place. So I guess now, the whole 10-year thing and then 20 years to be an icon and all that. My thing is, blow that shit out the window, excuse my language.
Okay. I feel the same way.
Create some magic for me and then make me know it.
Yes.
And then that's when I say, I come up off of my seat and I clap and I go up. Now that was legendary.
Yes. I agree. It's all about how you innovate and how you turn it out. Okay. What are 5 basic principles of the runway?
5 basic principles.
Yeah.
Your walk, your attitude, your effect, meaning your clothes, whatever you chose to come in, poses.
Yes.
People forget about poses, and poses. Because when you think runway, you gotta think model. You think runway poses.
Right.
So yes, I would have to say your strut, your attitude, your effect, and your poses. Now the 5th, I like to sum it all up in one, and that's the inner you.
The inner you, I like that one. Okay, so all right, I feel you. What house started the first battle here in Florida?
Which house started the first
battle in Florida, do you know?
Yeah, see, that's what I say. I need to brush up on, get more knowledge on the history of ballroom down here. If I'm not mistaken, once again, like I said, I believe that the House of Infinity